Dana White reveals that Putin gifted Khabib $20 million after he beats Conor McGregor. Huge megastar in the Muslim world. So after he beat Conor McGregor, he went on like this tour of all the Muslim countries. So he's going into Turkey, he's going into Saudi Arabia, he's going to Abu Dhabi, and they're raining on. I mean, he didn't even make it back to his dressing room. After the fighting, Putin was on the phone, and Putin gave him and his father like 20 million worth of property in Russia. Then he went into the Muslim territories, where these guys are. Just cars, money, gyms, whatever you wanted. Alex Pereira signed a new 8-fight UFC contract when he answered the call for UFC 300. The original verbal agreement, not signed, was to fight at UFC 301 in Brazil, May event, Jamahal Hill. But a few days ago they called, and my manager called us asking to headline UFC 300. I like the idea. I think it's perfect timing for me to prepare for it. So I just jumped in. Dan Hooker explains why he laughed when Alexander Volkanovski knocked out. At how dumb this sport is. Volk in my opinion is the best ever glove up. He's looking great, and from my understanding of the game plan had begun to establish ascendancy. Then he just gets caught, disbelief, and then I thought, what a dumb sport we play, and laughed at myself. Dana White shuts down rumors of Khamzat Chimaev versus Israel Adesanya taking place on Saudi Arabia. Dana White on his Instagram story posted, and says, "Not happening, it was a fake post. All the MMA media that ran with are the problem. Absolute clowns. If you hear it from the MMA media, and not us, it's bullshit." Jamahal Hill talks about how the UFC 300 main event came together. Everybody wants to be on UFC 300, but realistically, it didn't really come on my radar, and didn't really happen until like the day before UFC 298. I'm not even gonna lie, like yesterday, when he called me, and let me know the situation. Well, basically the situation was they needed a main event. They had some things lined up, but they preferred it be me and Alex Pereira. It was the first option. It's what they really wanted. The people definitely wanted it. That's what they've been asking me for months now. All week. Yeah, it made sense. Yan Gary says Colby Covington is not in a position to turn down a fight against me. There is no bigger paycheck for him to get at the moment, because I'm the biggest name he can compete against. He's also not in a position where he get to turn down fights anymore. You take what you're given, or you don't fight at all. Sean O'Malley sees the similarities between his title win and Ilia Topuria title win. It's crazy. He knocked out the featherweight GOAT in round 2. I knocked out the bantamweight GOAT in round 2. And guys, kindly don't forget to subscribe my channel as well. Sean O'Malley is confident of finishing Chito Vera at UFC 299. I think I'm gonna hit a level that people will be shocked at, and I'm gonna put on a masterful, beautiful performance. We've seen Aljo get knocked out, but we've just never seen Chito get finished. That would be extra special. Robert Whittaker reacts to his win over Paulo Costa at UFC 298. We came, we saw, we conquered. Time to go home with the spoils. I want to thank everyone that was sweating and bleeding, day in, day out. You guys know who you are, and I couldn't be here without you all. A big thank you to all my sponsors that support me between the moments of glory. And lastly, but most importantly, my family that drive me to be better every single day. There were a bunch of takeaways from this fight, and I'm honored to have shared the octagon with such a warrior. My resolve is unbreakable, and I won't stop until I've reclaimed what's mine. Love to you all, guys. CM Punk hails Alexander Volkanovski despite his loss at UFC 298. My heart goes out to Volkanovski right now, 'cause I know he's heartbroken. But that's the fight game. Hats off to him for being such an active fighting champion. He further also stated that, Volk, you know, to me is still a champ. Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway exchanges some words. Max Holloway tweeted, Justin Gaethje, Las Vegas war doesn't know that, when Octagon can we, so when wants a slugfest drop hurt first. Yes so baddest. Blessed MMA brother, you know, don't when hit that eye, so when knockdown, who to title Vegas, remember to the chin, I remember, hashtag UFC 300. Brian Ortega breaks down Alexander Volkanovski loss to Ilia Topuria. To me, it didn't seem like the same Volk. Seeing him, having been in front of him, I'm like, man, you're moving different. Obviously, he adjusts for every opponent he has, who knows. Sean O'Malley says the reasons why he calling out Ilia Topuria.
Merab just barely, not barely, he whooped Henry, but Henry's like 42 or something. He looked horrible. I would have knocked Henry out 4 times that fight. And then Ilia goes out there and knocks out Volk, the greatest featherweight of all time, in round 2, in a beautiful performance. And I'm calling him out, and then I'm getting shit from the MMA fans saying, oh, you're ducking Merab. I'm like, I'm trying to call out like a fight that I feel is like exciting, that's like, holy shit. But I got a lot of pushback on it. People, I don't know if people actually want me to fight Merab as much as they just hate the confidence that I have that I'll go out there and knock out Ilia. But I decided, I've said what I needed to say. I've sent my message to Merab, or to Ilia. If Merab's next, Merab's next. I can get Ilia whenever the time comes.
Thank you guys for watching video till end. If it was interesting to watch, then kindly subscribe to my channel for more updates.